So after a middle-of-the-road start to the season, we now face London rivals West Ham and Chelsea in a double-header. In terms of our starting tonight, we're going with Lete, Fernandez, Linari, Uchebi, Pattinson, Kumagai, Gaoro, Paris, Vanderdonk, Aslani and Beth England up top. On the bench, Sangare, Wenger, Josendal, Francie, Kennedy, Mewis, Godfrey, Percival and Roda. So let's get into this one. Let's try and get a win against West Ham to start off the episode with a bang. Prove we are the Queens of London. In the dressing room, we're just going to say this is a match we should be winning. Make sure we do. It's achieved nothing. So we'll say we've got faith in everyone to go out there and make a difference. And people started seeming happy, which is good. The media have got questions. I like how the players have gone about their business. I've picked a team to win the match. And I've loved watching Nikita, as I have in real life. I love watching Nikita Paris play football. It's just how it goes. So our starting lineup, largely as you expect it to be, because I've just run through it with you. West Ham starting lineup. Just a very, very good team all around, to be completely honest with you. And in fact, we'll skip over things. We're sitting sixth in the table because, well, we've had a rough start to the season, if we're completely honest. But, you know, we will make it all work as the season progresses. So feeling confident we can push, stay in the top half properly, and have a really good year this year as we do some weird hand slap thing with the manager of West Ham. And Pattinson now on the ball, forward to Aslani, who goes back. And we're just going to get a kick-off highlight here. I've got a feeling this isn't going to go anywhere because it never seems to. I don't know why. It just never seems to go anywhere. It seems a bit redundant with dynamic highlights on. But there we go. Gori out wide now to Hanshaw, who's just taking time to stop the ball. Asai back to Hanshaw. Hanshaw was looking for Gori there and saw Beth England ready to break into intercept that one. Ball goes forward for Purebell. Purebell with a look for a cross into the box, and Asai heads it just over the bar. Good start, I suppose, for West Ham, but we're not looking particularly good here, it's got to be said. Throw-in now. Fernandez has the ball for us and throws it in for Gaoro to Vanderdonk, but Beth England decides she wants it instead, and frankly, she should have let Vanderdonk have that because that was not her finest hour in front of goal. Vanderdonk now on the ball. It's hard to tell if this new system is working properly. It's been a largely uneventful game. Pattinson with the ball forward now to Aslani. The chance to cross. Cuts it back for Gaoro into the box. It's quite terrible, if I'm honest. Aslani has picked up the ball into the box now. Through ball for Vanderdonk. Back to Aslani off the bar. And, well, we're attacking. I wouldn't say we're looking particularly good. You'll see when the stats pop up. We are looking largely terrible, to be honest, considering we've been dominating possession even when we've been losing. We are getting badly broken down. I don't know if it's because I've moved Grace Gaoro up a little bit when we're in possession. Maybe it's throwing us off just a little bit. Maybe I'll have a little tweak of that at half-time if we don't see anything better happening. As Hanshaw now with a throw-in, we'll probably look for Asai. Doesn't, goes to Aido, and across now to Zadorski, to Papadopoulos, whose name I'll never pronounce properly. Siren. Forward now, back to Purebell. And Purebell, can she get a cross over? She's going to look for one. Turns over the top. Let's get this headed away. We haven't. It's come off the post. Pattinson's got it clear. Beth England can't quite get it. This formation is not working terribly well for us. I've made one positional tweak, and I feel like we're an entirely different side now. And I don't know if I like that. And it's with Nystrom now. Forward to Papadopoulos. Over the top to Purebell. Purebell looking to run at Pattinson. Siren. Gaoro is back, trying to track Purebell. Gets a foot in, I think, and puts out for a throw. We're not looking good. I don't know why we're not looking good. I think, going to make that change. I think the experiment with moving Gaoro forward to get her more involved in the game probably hasn't paid off. We'll give it till half-time, but I don't think she's as involved in play as I would have liked her to be with this system, which is not good. Vanderdonk finds Nikita Paris with a chance to run. Ball to Beth England, who sort of takes one touch, takes it round her marker, and Papadopoulos, that's a terrible pass. And we're having to work now to get the ball back, which I don't like. Beth England with a very heavy challenge, it's got to be said. And, well, we've survived that one. So with Vanderdonk again now, we are hoping to get the ball forward, would be the guess. We just need to do something. Ball goes back to Uchebi. Uchebi goes across to Linari and to Fernandez. I'm trying, while I'm commentating, to work out why things are so dramatically different. Why is there a pass missing? Perhaps. Oh, it's a great shot. we've got a corner. I'm just wondering if this has broken up our pattern of play a little bit, moving Euro forward. Pattinson with a corner, though, into the box. Can we get ahead on it? We haven't. It's been fisted away. Van der Donk to Aslani, to Nikita Paris from range. And that is what Nikita Paris is capable of. Just absolute screamers from miles out. That's what she does. And we're ahead, but I'd say we're ahead not playing well, which is troubling because it means we're probably at risk of conceding an equaliser down the line. We just don't look like a good side right now. And I want us to be better than this. I want us to be looking like we're progressing, and it just doesn't feel like it yet. So when we go in at half-time, which we will do in any time now, I would imagine we're going to the highlight first. Nikita Paris, remove the instruction shoot on site. We'll take the tip. Kumagai to Gaoro. Gaoro across to Pattinson. Pattinson forward for Van der Donk. And out wide now to Nikita Paris again. Can she cause more havoc, more chaos in the box? Makes it across the line. In there, Van der Donk turns, shoots. What a goal from Van der Donk. Well worked. And maybe I was a bit hasty with the idea of making those changes to the system. Because now we seem to be getting into the game. We've got a bit of an advantage. Maybe we'll give it a couple more games just to see how it plays out. But we're looking okay, I think, now. We are scoring goals. Maybe it just took us a while to get used to the new system. Could be it. So, half-time. Let's address the team. Let's tell them we're doing well. We can find another gear. That feels fair. No one needs an individual yelling at, which is nice. Let's just grab a keep going, you can make a difference kind of shout. Because, you know, let's just give them a little bit of confidence and send them out for the second half. We'll start with another presumably pointless kickoff highlight as Zadorsky on the ball goes across to Nystrom. And there you go. Fizzles out, comes to absolutely nothing. But I am hoping we'll see more productivity from our team in the second half. I'd like a third goal to really kind of nail this one down. That would be ideal. So Bogarin now on the ball to Zadorsky for West Ham. Hanshaw going forward to Asai into the box. Kumagai makes a tackle. I thought it was going to be a penalty there. I was getting ready for it. But Bogarin goes across to Papadopoulos. Forward now for Siren to Gori. Forward now to Aedo and Oeki. The two Japanese players combining there, and, well, that's gone okay, I suppose, for us. I am going to make some changes, though, I think, because this, I'm not convinced. Let's just drop her back down to being that box-to-box playmaker. She was on a box-to-box playmaker. I'm sure she was on box-to-box playmaker. I don't know why that's done that. There are still some bugs with this system. Again, now box-to-box playmaker has appeared, so if you've wondered how to do that, that's how you do that. We found it by accident. We are going to take off Fernandez, send in Percival. I think that's going to be the way forward there. I don't think Beth England's having a great game, so we'll send in Francie as well. I will leave Linari on for now. She's probably next on my list to come off as things stand, but we'll see how it goes. Now we've got to highlight Aslani with a corner. Let's see if this can lead to a third goal. As Kosovar Aslani into the box, headed away by Uchebi, and I think we have probably got West Ham's number at this point. I think this one, at 3-0, is more or less over. So it is just changes for fitness. It's changes to maybe get some younger players some experience if I've got any around. I know I've got a slightly older squad, so not having any around is very possible. And you know, either way, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty solid, I would say, at this point, that things are going well. So a couple more changes. Linari is coming off for Sangare, just because I don't like that complacent symbol. And actually, Gaoro is looking complacent as well. And I am tempted. I've been trying to teach Newest to play as a holding midfielder, so we're going to try and do that with her for the rest of the game. 3-0 is a pretty safe cushion just to give us some game time in that position. We'll see how it goes. We might not get any more highlights with the dynamic system. It's entirely possible. We are going to get one. Uchebi finds Pattinson. There we go. Forward to Aslani. Aslani in the box looking for Mewis. Doesn't find her. And Papadopoulos goes back to Walsh. Walsh with a big ball forward. Let's try and win this one in the air if we can. We've just brought it down. Sangare to Paris. Paris for Van der Donk. Across for Francie to Pattinson to Aslani. Through ball for Francie. It's been disallowed for offside. That was a very quick disallowed for offside decision, if I'm honest. That came before I'd registered the ball had got in the net. So that was the one. We've got a free kick coming here. Asllani's going to take it. She's good from here in real life. Is she good from here in the game? Yes, she is. Kosovar Asllani. I thought she was going near post. I was looking near post. Goes back post with it. That's 4-0. And people have been saying Kosovar Asllani has passed it. I disagree, and that's why I disagree. What a finish. What a finish from Kosovar Asllani to get on the score sheet. She's had 2 assists already. She now gets a goal as well on the day. And I would say our attacking midfield 3 have absolutely taken West Ham to pieces here today. And I can't complain about that in the slightest as we wait for the game to fizzle out. It's not going to. We've got Ria Percival on a throw-in. She's making all sorts of hand signals. She gives it to Van der Donk, to Kumagai, to Percival, back to Kumagai again. Ball down the line for Nikita Paris. Cross goes in early. Looking for Francie is just the wrong side of the post. And, I mean, I can't be mad at her for missing because we've absolutely controlled this game. Get her a throw-in. It's almost identical. We're getting a replace with Godfrey request, but I've not got any subs, have I? I've got one sub left. I've got a sub I haven't used. Let's do whatever we're doing to replace someone with someone once this highlight fizzles out, because apparently we've got a sub left to use. I've lost count. Pattinson's going to come in with a cross note to Mewis, back to Pattinson, to Asllani, back to Mewis again, and Asllani on the ball. Let's dive in. Let's use that last substitution, shall we? I am thinking, let's drop Asllani for Jussendal, just because Jussendal's been very good. I think Asllani deserves her flowers. And Mewis to Pattinson now. In the box, Bogarin wins that one back, just making out like there was some kind of foul happening. Ueki to Asei, looking to get past Kumagai, but getting forced back. We like it. Tackle goes in. Mewis finds Paris. Paris with a ball through to Francie. Francie with a shot. It's just gone wide. We're looking solid enough, though, with 4-0. That should be the game, more or less, and we'll take it. That's 3 points in our first game of the episode. Let's address the team, and we'll just say, nice work, everyone. That was good. And I think we'll crack on to the second game. I don't see any reason why we make any changes, though. So, of course, we played Chelsea in our second game. Just a couple of changes as we go into this one. I've moved Van der Donk back into the side. I was going to have her playing off the bench. She was injured during the international window. She's come back. Jussendal, though, has come in on the left-hand side for Asllani. I know Asllani was great in the last game, but I feel like we need to have a slightly younger team against Chelsea because they've got quite a lot of good, young, dynamic players, and I feel like Asllani might struggle just a little bit in this one. The other big team news we've got is that we've got Katie Zellam back on the bench, but she's still not fully fit, so we're just going to keep her on the bench as an option today. Carter comes in as well because Mewis and Kennedy are both injured. Ignore Adaway, she's on trial and she's not very good, so she won't be playing. But that's a very simple team right now, not big changes. We're just going to keep things as they are. We're even going to try and continue the Grace Gioro experiment in central midfield just to see how that works. I'm hoping we'll get a good result today. But I mean, this Chelsea team is obscene. Hannah Hampton in goal, Millie Bright's in there, Kira Walsh, Lauren James, Sam Kerr, Micah Hamano. They've got Lucy Bronze on the bench. It's just filth. The whole team is filth. All right, we're doing well. We're on a good run. I would love us to get 2 wins, obviously. If we come out of this one with a draw, I'd say we've done very well. Where is the skip annoying interviews button? Let's just click through that like it matters. Okay. Right, they are going with their 3-2-4-1. I hate this formation. I really do. It's just something breaks the tism in me with it. But there we go. I'm sure it'll be very effective. They are currently top of the league, so it's clearly been very effective for someone somewhere. They do bring a lot of attacking threat. I might have to tweak the tactic into something a bit more defensive as the game goes on. It is entirely possible we might lose the wingers and go with a couple more holding midfielders, but we'll see how things go as the game progresses. We're underway. If we can get an early goal, of course, it's all a bit moot, but I don't think we will because that highlight's going nowhere. Let's see if we can get a goal before Chelsea do. That's the plan, as Baltimore gets a throw-in. It goes looking for Macario, back to Baltimore. So Macario again to Kira Walsh. Baltimore and Walsh combining and tackling is not our strong suit. I don't know what Yossendal's over there anyway. We've got away with that one. Quite spectacularly gotten away with that one, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, yeah, not the one. Cuthbert with a corner though. Let's try and get the ball back as quickly as we can here. That was always going to happen. Sandy Baltimore with an early goal for Chelsea. And I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, we might have to bring some players back and kind of counter what Chelsea are doing. Purely because that 4 up top is very powerful. It's very dangerous. Or sorry, 5 up top, I guess, is very dangerous. Maybe we kind of counter that and we go on the counter press. Is that going to be the way forward? Something about this is setting me off, and I don't know what it is, and there may be a tactical option that fixes it. Pattinson now though, with a free kick to Uchebe. If we can sort of play our own game a little bit, I think we'll be okay, but we do need to get a goal fairly soon. So the ball goes out wide to Yossendal. Taking on 2, gets past them both into the box, has a shot, and a Yossendal. What a goal. Honestly, is that coming? And I don't know. Now all of my thinking has gone out the window because we seem to have made that work very, very well. Yossendal picked up here, goes through Björn and James, like they're not there, and looks up at Millie Bright, just says, "It's okay. It's going in the net." Puts it past Hannah Hampton. That's the game. That's the goal done. We're looking better. Maybe I was panicking a bit too soon. So now it's the ball with Uchebe. Uchebe puts the ball forward to Patterson, to Gaoro with a something from range. Shot, I guess it would be called. Wasn't necessarily the best shot I've ever seen. But we've made it work. Hannah Hampton now with a chance to clear it. Let's get it downfield. Let's win this one in the air. We haven't. And Macario plays the through for Hermano. Lete is there, luckily. I have got another goalkeeper coming in January who is better than Lete. But I'll keep that surprise for what will probably be next episode. Because we are going to have to sell some players throughout January because I've gone shopping in the American League and there are a lot of good players there. As Natalie Björn gets herself a goal and we are back behind again. But yeah, there are some very good players in North America that I have been playing with signing at the end of their contracts, and we've got some good players coming in. We just have to sort of persuade the ball worth keeping until January, and I think what we've got coming in is actually going to revolutionise our season. But there is a brand new goalkeeper coming in place of Lete. She's very, very special. So we'll talk through that when she arrives. But Yossendal now on the ball to Vanderdonk. Vanderdonk with a chance to run, gets tackled by Cuthbert and Kerr and James now. Lauren James on the ball, and we need to get across here because she's dangerous when she gets forward. Macario back to Cuthbert off the bar, and well, we've got lucky there. We've got lucky there to get that out for a corner because that could have ended very badly. And Cuthbert's going to take the corner. Yossendal coming short to Lauren James, gets her foot in there, beautiful stuff, and Uchebe gets rid of the danger. We are surviving, but I would like another equaliser. Nikita Paris and Vanderdonk are not having a great game so far, which is maybe something to consider as I look to read tactics at half-time, because I think we are going to have to read tactics. I don't like making half-time subs. It feels wrong to me, but I'm going to have to, because if they're not performing, Beth England's not performing as well, we're getting slightly overrun by Chelsea as it stands, and I think maybe if we can just hit them on the counter, that's going to be a better way of beating Chelsea. Maybe. I could be wrong, but it just doesn't feel like anything major is happening right now. We're finally going to highlight Nikita Paris gets it clear. We're into first half added time. England back to Vanderdonk, to Yossendal, to Pattinson, who is going on a run here. I don't know what she's thinking because there's not a lot in the box for her, but maybe she'll make something work. Gets tackled by Björn, but Yossendal is there. She's already scored once. Can she make something happen again? Into the box across Vanderdonk, off Hannah Hampton. It's gone out for a corner. Can we score from the corner? That's the big question, as Pattinson will step up, as all the disabled fans are apparently kicking their armpits, headed away by Hampton, or fisted away by Hampton, I should say. Paris to Pattinson. Pattinson with a shot. Hampton tips it wide again. We've got another corner. Can we get something out of this? As Pattinson goes for another whip into the box. Over the top, no one's head is there, and Hampton claims that very easily. And that's half-time at Kingsmeadow, and we are not looking good, let's be honest. We are going to address the team, but I am going to do a tactics as well. I feel like saying we've been unlucky so far, you've done nothing wrong, is disingenuous in many respects. Let's do the tactics before we talk to the players anymore. Okay, so I'm not going to do any personnel changes just yet. But what I've done here is, I fixed a problem where these two were swapping around out of possession, which probably wasn't helping at all. I've also made the change out of possession. We're now going to have Yossendal tracking back and Pattinson pressing. I think that's going to help with Lauren James being a problem. And we've just got more pressing in the defensive midfield. We're also going to have Kumagai out of possession, dropping back to be a central defender. So we will actually be 5 at the back, which I think will help. In fact, if I can find the visualizer, which would be very helpful to us right now. I cannot find the visualizer. I have no idea where it is. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But in theory, yeah, that should be pressing Lauren James a little bit. So we'll confirm those tactical changes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say just the players we are shuffling around, like, just be better. If you could possibly be better, that would be nice. And we're just going to tell everyone else to go and make a difference. And hopefully they'll make that happen. Let's go for the second half. Let's try and get ourselves a goal and do the pressing. I need to figure out how to have that set up so my assistant manager does all those shouts, because I hate doing them. But there we go. Let's see if this helps. Hamano's having a terrible game, which is probably helping us a little bit. Yossendal and Patterson are both playing very, very well, which is definitely helping us out a little bit as well. But yeah, there are going to be some changes, because Van der Donk, Paris and England still aren't coming into this game. And all 3 of them can be match winners for us, which is really frustrating. So through it now, Pattinson with a chance to make something else happen. To Van der Donk, back to Patterson, to Gioro, to Achebi. Feels like our left side are carrying us entirely at this point, as Fernandez picks up the ball. Goes down the line for Paris. Nikita Paris on a run. Can she make something happen? It dinks it across. Headed past goal, or just past the post by Beth England. And that's probably the most lively she's looked all game. Nikita Paris is coming to life as well. I think I know what changes I need to make here, actually, to make this start ticking. So, we are going to take off Van der Donk for Aslani. And that's actually going to change our out of possession as well a little bit, I think. Because what I think I might do is, just to give us that outlet there, I might see if I can do something tracking here with Aslani, just to mix things up a little bit. In fact, if I remember to put that on combined. Nikita Paris has got her form back. We're going to send Francion up top. That feels like a strong move to get us back into the game. I am thinking what I might do is drop Kumagai back into defence here, and I'm going to send in Katie Zelland, because she just needs to get some match fitness. We'll try that for now. I'm not against taking off Nikita Paris for Godfrey, but it's not an immediate necessity, I don't think. So we'll just leave it like that for now and see if that changes anything for us. It would be nice if it did, but we're not seeing much. We're seeing something now as the ball goes along, and we still haven't got the subs on the pitch, which is terribly annoying. Baltimore goes back to Cuthbert, to Walsh, to Baltimore again. Through ball, looking for Hamano. Linari tracking. Can we get across here? We are trying something. Kumagai is back there, which is helpful. Cuthbert with a shot from range, and that's gone off everyone. Got out for a corner. I think Lete tipped it wide. I think I might actually have to drop down our match speed during highlights. Let's pause that before I attempt this. Just because I'm really struggling to see what's going on. I'll be honest, I'm struggling more than I was on FM24 to see what's going on with the match speed turned up, and that makes commentating quite hard. Nikita Paris isn't having a great game now. Germa goes forward to Makaria, back to Germa again, forward to Baltimore, Baltimore with a through ball to Macario. It just looks terrible in regular speed. Macario now turns, goes back to Walsh, to Hermano. Hermano finds Cuthbert, shot from range. Kumagai heads to Clay. Cuthbert shoots again over the bar. And that should hopefully finally see our subs come on. It's taken like 10 minutes to get our subs on the pitch, which is not what we want, really. I want those subs to happen pretty much the second I tell them to happen, ideally. I'm going to take off Nikita Paris. She is having a mare. We'll send in Godfrey. I don't know if there's something Godfrey does better. Which footed is Godfrey? Is she left or right-footed? Right-footed. So we'll keep her as a winger. And I don't think I want her as an outlet wide midfielder. I think I'm going to have her start tracking back as well. Just because I feel like we need to make that work. Why is she furious? What is she furious about? Great questions all around. Let's leave that. In fact, let's take off Lenari because she's been largely terrible. We're going to send in Feng up for this one. And that should see us through a little bit better. Hopefully. Hopefully we get those subs on the pitch. It changes things. We get a second goal. We can maintain our unbeaten record against London rivals. That would be something I would appreciate if we could pull off. As the ball goes now to Macario, to Thompson. Zellum trying to track down. Doesn't get there into the box. Kumagai looking to get there. And I don't know why. I completely forgot I moved Kumagai back to centre-half. I was so confused. I was like, was she on the pitch? I'm sure I just took her off. I didn't. I didn't just take her off. She is playing at centre-half. That's gone well. Okay, so 15 to go. We need a goal. We're not really getting one. We're not completely embarrassing ourselves, but we're not getting a goal yet, which is a real issue for us, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. As Thompson now with a chance to reverse. Godfrey coming across. Let's do something about this if we can. Cuthbert back to Thompson. More pressing would be nice. If you could press. No, just going to try and sneeze. Maybe. I don't know what that animation was supposed to be. Macario. Back to Thompson. Godfrey is doing a terrible job of tracking into the box. And that should have been a goal, to be quite honest. I don't know how that's a corner. I didn't see who that came off to go out for a corner. I just saw Lauren James had it a goal and Leto was nowhere near where she should have been. Right, Leto with the ball at her feet. Let's get this ball forward. Fernandez with a chance to build something from the back here. Back to Wenger. Back to Fernandez. Let's go forward. Forward is better. Across to Kumagai. Can Kumagai be a bit of an outlet for us here? Forward for Pattinson. Pattinson looking for a ball through to Aslani. Aslani goes through to Francie. Francie is off the woodwork. Can Godfrey put this away? No, across the box. That's wasted. And Fernandez will get it back. Are we going to get it back into the box at all? Godfrey to Fernandez. Back to Godfrey. Let's get a crossover. Anything over. It's not going to go anywhere. That was disappointing. Francie having it off the woodwork. But what are you going to do? There's 3 minutes to go. And I don't foresee us getting an equaliser. Maybe we'll have to wait to be crowned Queens of London. But actually, this isn't a horrible result. Some of them don't score now. It's not a horrible result against Chelsea. Chelsea have been very, very good this season, both in real life and in the game. So if we can keep it at 2-1, I still think that's respectable. It's a sign of progress. As Macario is going to get through, Zellum gets a foot across. That's come off everyone. Wenger, I think he came off for a corner. And I'd like us to not concede here because that would be disappointing. Luckily, we haven't. It's not been our best performance, but it will do. So we'll address the team. I'll say we're proud of their efforts because I am actually a little bit proud of their efforts. Another pointless interview that I can't seem to skip. I don't like that this is either always the loading screen or a fixture screen. It really does confuse me every single time. Katie Sam has made her return to English football. There you go. That's some nice factoids for us. I don't know why we need to track back and down, but, you know, I'm not going to ask too many questions. So that's life. Right, coming back. Let's look at fixtures, see why we're coming back, and then we can wrap up this episode. So I think we're going to come back for the 2 January games, Liverpool and Man City, but I am aware the FA Cup will drop sometime in there as well. So we'll see how that goes. Liverpool and Man City is the plan. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. I've been Chasing Lou. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff, because there's more to come on the channel. I'm going to do some tactics testing. I even got a brand new feature coming up that I think you're going to love, but I'm not going to spoil it just yet. Anyway, as I said, thanks for watching. I've been Chasing Lately. Until next time, have a good one.